It's a Texas weather discussion video for Thursday, the 25th of July. I'm Donovan Neal. The air does not get any drier than this. Break from a summer heat, and also leads to very low humidity values, which also leads to a very cool morning. So here's the upper air map across the nation. You can see very high amplitude pattern here, troughing in the east, ridging in the west. The trough and where the trough is at, it is very cool. And temperatures early this morning also in the upper 60s, 60s across the board. But we have a 59 reading down in Brownwood, and they're experiencing the effects of that that cool air mass, or that dry air, leading to lower humidity values. And we'll be in the low 90s today. It'll feel very great. It'll feel more like early fall around the nation, and that looks like a very early fall look, with many places it's starting around the 50s, which is very anomalous for late July for around this time of the year. Usually we'd be in the 100-degree weather by the afternoon. And across the watch warning map, not much going on. A few heat issues out in Western California, but other than that, things remain pretty quiet. On the outlooks, we have a standard slight risk of severe storms near Minnesota around the Dakotas vicinity. On day 2, we have a marginal risk near the Great Lakes, near Wisconsin and parts of Minnesota. And on day 3, we have a risk of severe storms for parts of northern Nebraska and much of South Dakota. Here's the average rainfall for the next 7 days. Most of the east is pretty wet, and down here most of Texas is actually dry. And let's take a look at the tropics. That wave that was in the central Gulf of Mexico, that's very unlikely to develop due to dry air and shear and unfavorable upper level winds. So they've lowered this chance to 10% chance of developing. It'll probably dissipate within the next day or two. So let's go on to the dailies here. This is the GFS. This is the 0Z run value this afternoon at 4 o'clock local time. You can see we have that high amplitude pattern down here. Most of Texas actually stays dry. Highs in the upper 80s to low 90s. Same thing on Friday. And same thing on Saturday as the weekend begins. South Texas probably could see some isolated storms during the afternoon, but most of North Texas stays dry. Again, highs in the mid-90s. This is Sunday. Some of that moisture makes its way up north. We could see some isolated showers or storms or two on Sunday for mainly our eastern counties, but other than that, we'll maintain a dry forecast for now. This is Monday. We warm back up to seasonal averages, highs around 97 degrees. And same thing on Tuesday, we pretty much stay dry. Here's Wednesday. And a week from today, to Thursday, the first day of August, you can see we have that. Ridge in the west, troughing in the east, and down here, most of the Texas stays dry as normal. And let's go out to 10 days. This is Saturday, the 3rd of August. You can see we have that ridge starting to try to build into here, and down here, we pretty much stay dry. And let's take a look at the numbers for the next 15 days. You can see after today, highs basically warm back up to the mid 90s for the weekend, and then next week we go back to seasonal averages with highs in the upper 90s and overnight lows around upper 70s to low 80s. That's it for the Texas weather discussion video for today. More notes and blog. Next video here will be posted at around 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. If you can't catch our local TV stations on the air this afternoon at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and Godspeed.